Released in 1987, new from Vinegar Syndrome is Shallow Grave, a kind of exploitation horror movie, a daylight horror set much throughout the day. It's thrilling, it's kind of nihilistic, it's one of those really messed up horror movies that I wasn't in the mood for when I sat down to watch it. I was looking for a fun slasher movie, something with the typical tropes, the thrills and the scares and the blood, and you didn't get that with this movie. The movie is well done, but it just wasn't something that sat particularly great with me. Not one that I would rush back to even check out again.
They'll probably rape us in there, or at least undress us with their eyes.
Don't be ridiculous. We're 4 able-bodied girls. We can take care of ourselves.
The basic story is about 4 co-eds who, after doing a Hitchcockian slasher scene from Psycho at the start of this prank on their friends, head out for a trip down to Florida.
This is going to be the Guinness Trip of World Records.
The Guinness Trip of World Records.
They're just going to go and have a great time. They meet some guys on the way down. It's just about them kind of bonding. You get an idea of the relationships. Then they kind of have a flat tire. One of them seems to go for a several mile trek through the woods to go for a pee and witnesses a man killing his extramarital girlfriend. But the man sees them and ends up coming after him. Turns out that he is the sheriff of this small town that they are in, and these girls are in a whole heap of trouble as he is looking to take out the witnesses. There's lots of frustrating elements within this movie that just... It straddles the fine line between thrills and overuse and oversaturation of this kind of material. Lots of close calls of them almost being believed, almost being helped before being destroyed by this vicious, sweaty, very hairy-chested man who loves to take his top off and just sow the glistening sweat on his tanned, hairy, disgusting body. It is a movie where the characters at the start were kind of fun. I enjoyed the rapport that they had. They were interplaying very well. The looks are just out for a good time. The perfect group of girls to go on a kind of horror trip. Unfortunately, this one is a little bit more straight-faced and just generally more horrible than I expected. And not in the sake of the way it's made. The movie's really well made. It's got some nice production values. It's got some nice characters in amongst it. It's got some frustrating characters as well, like the deputy who has all the pieces of information but just can't seem to put things together.
Kill her as she tries to escape again.
I got her now, Sheriff. I got her now, Dean. You going after the other one. I'll take this one back to her cell.
It has this sense of futility within it. You know, the girls are battling against something that they may not overcome, and you just don't feel like there's any hope whatsoever. And that kind of leads to the ending of the movie, which really was kind of frustrating for me as well. I was really surprised as the credits started to roll. I understand a little bit of mystery at the end of it and make your mind up of what's going to happen. But seeing what's happened in the rest of the movie, I think I kind of know where that's going, and I did not like it one bit at all. It's just one of these, it's a really quick and easy to watch movie, but I found myself frustrated a lot watching this one. Frustrated with the characters, frustrated a lot with the choices that were made, just general frustration. You're watching primarily a horrible character do horrible things, and somehow, because of his authority and power, managing to get away with it. And it seems that way for most of the movie. Shallow Grave was one that I was kind of excited about. 4 college kids on a trip in the woods, getting caught by a killer, getting chased down and murdered. Sounded great. went in directions I wasn't really expecting. There are some good moments that are tense and suspenseful, particularly one within a barn where a girl is kind of stuck between the killer cop, armed and ready to fire, and a snake ready to strike. That was really well done, and it does have sequences that are really well done. But in the grander picture, I was frustrated watching this one. Maybe that's a mark of a good idea done well enough, but I wanted more. I wanted a little bit of more positivity in this one, a little less bleak. Shallow Grave was interesting enough. It was one that I enjoyed watching. It is one that I will probably sell on. Wasn't something I want to go back to again, I don't think, anyway. One I'm happy to pass on in my collection. And yeah, I'd love to know your thoughts on this movie if you've seen it. Do you think I should reevaluate it? Let me know in the comment box below your thoughts. Of course, other videos up here that you can check out of mine if you want to see more of my content. If you want to see extra content, join the membership program on this channel, or you can support me by joining Patreon. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.